Coming up next on Middle Tennessee News, Tennessee is facing an increase in traffic fatalities.
After that, 5 minors have been arrested in relation to a homicide of a Nashville musician. Hear what investigators have to say.
MTSU baseball is about to start again, and more coming up in sports.
All those stories plus your latest weather. Middle Tennessee News starts right now. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Kristen Allen.
And I'm Cheyenne Avila. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News. Police say minors are charged with criminal homicide in the shooting of a Nashville musician. Suspects ranging in age from 12 to 16 stand accused in the death of 24-year-old Kyle Yorletz, a member of the Coverton Band. On social media, the band released its statement saying, on February 7th, 2019, we lost our brother, best friend, and bandmate, Kyle Yorletz. We are in a state of shock and are having to grasp the reality that is now in front of us. We are heartbroken. Police said the suspects were in a stolen pickup truck in an alley behind Yorletz's home Thursday when they robbed him of his wallet. Investigators believe Yorletz was shot when he refused to hand over the keys to his vehicle. Yorletz managed to make it back inside his home where a housemate found him. He was rushed to the hospital but did not survive.
A hands-on foreign language class where students learn through total silence. 2 techniques that don't normally work together, but work perfectly for a study that is a sign of the times.
Crave coming to.
It's so much easier than a spoken language.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. The language, well, you have to watch it to get it. It's American Sign Language, and the classes have been full of fun and games so far.
The different activities are there to appeal to a certain memory pathway. We have some memory pathways that work well and some that don't.
Right now, the students are trying to learn simple things like physical activities, such as, and also this. But by the end of the semester, the instructors want the class to expand their vocab much more, even to full sentences, something student Mike Very says he's looking forward to.
I want to learn what I can and then go join the workforce and say, I may not be able to do anything physically, but I have the knowledge of ASL, American Sign Language.
Students like Mike are taking the class partly to learn to talk to family members and friends, something he and his classmates are already pretty good at doing. For example, and as the night came to a close, I also tried to get in on the action. But I'll save you the footage. It's more difficult than it looks. Reporting for Middle Tennessee News, I'm J.R. Smith.
Around 500,000 people in the United States and Canada use American Sign Language. Although according to ASL.com, many deaf people only use it as their second language.
Tennessee traffic fatalities have risen since last year, according to the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. There's been over a 2% increase in traffic-related fatalities compared to 2017. The majority of the victims were not wearing their seatbelts. However, alcohol-related arrests did decrease. Winchester residents are feeling the love for the community after the second annual Winchester Chocolate Walk. The community event was attended by over 170 Winchester residents and featured more than 10 local businesses. Each business operated a small chocolate stall, and people in the event were given maps showing participating businesses. They visited each one to collect treats, as well as learn about the businesses.
My name is Becky Glazner. The second annual Chocolate Walk in downtown Winchester, the historical district. I think it's really getting people interested in the downtown community. We've had several people come in today to tell us that they didn't even know that we existed, which is a wonderful thing because that's what we want. We want to spark interest in the community. People don't realize the historical value of the businesses downtown around the square, and that's what we want. We get more people involved, not just downtown visitors. We want people out of town. We want everybody to be involved.
The event organizers' plan is to continue the event next year and encourage people to come to Winchester to have even more people participate.
There was plenty of craft beer to enjoyed at the Grove on Saturday night. Locals had some drinks while helping a great cause. The third annual Battle of the Brews was held Saturday night at the Grove in Murfreesboro. Local craft beer brewers came together for some friendly competition, which benefited Kamani House. The event included beer, live music, and a silent auction.
What we do is we provide supervised visitation services for kids who have been subjected to a huge familial fracture, like divorce, child abuse, domestic violence,
a little bit.
mental health issues, incarceration, anything like that.
Year, and Kamari House is looking forward to putting on more events throughout the year. For more information about upcoming events, you can visit www.kamarihouse.org.
Murfreesboro local businesses and artists have created a free, family-friendly night of food, culture, and art at the Borough Art Crawl. Founded in 2015 by a group of local artists, the Borough Art Crawl was created to foster the artistic community. Hear what one of the Murfreesboro local artists and business owners, Deneen Gladwell, has to say about her experience with the Art Crawl.
I meet several very talented artists that are in this crawl. It's amazing the amount of work and how different everything is. So you wind up meeting a lot of great artists, and then those people I can bring into my store and showcase them.
The Art Crawl takes place every other month on the second Friday of the month. Be sure to stop by at the next Borough Art Crawl, April 12th at 6 p.m. Check the Art Crawl's website, boroughArtCrawl.com, for participating locations.
Now, Cheyenne, this week has had a roller coaster of weather already.
I know, it went from 70 degrees to 30, now back to in the 60s now. Emily, are we going to continue to have this roller coaster of weather right now?
Well, guys, this week is still going to be continuing rain, unfortunately. We just can't get away from it. If you were outside on campus this morning, you probably noticed there were tons of clouds outside. We are getting into the cooler temperatures around the high 50s, lower 60s, so you don't quite have to wear a jacket if you don't want to. But students will be seeing a lot of rain this week. Tuesday, tomorrow, we'll be having 100% precipitation. So bring your umbrellas and make sure you're keeping your distance on the way to school because rain is on its way. Back to you, Cheyenne and Kristen.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Black History Month events continue all across Middle Tennessee. See what's happening on the MTSU campus.
After that, an emergency blood drive being hosted on the MTSU campus. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
Black History Month events continue all across Middle Tennessee. On MTSU's campus, here's what's happening tonight and tomorrow. Tonight from 6 to 8 is the Social Hour, hosted by Alpha Kappa Psi Professional Business Fraternity. That's happening in the Tom Jackson Building on the campus. It's a chance to mingle with local African American entrepreneurs to showcase hidden talents. There is also information on prominent African American businesses bringing back from the 1900s. Tomorrow, February 12th, the screening of the film The Rape of Recy Taylor. That's from 6 to 9 in the College of Education, room 160, and it's sponsored by the June Anderson Center for Women and Non-Traditional Students.
There's an urgent need for blood right now in our area. If you can donate, there's a blood drive going on for the next few hours at MTSU. You can go to the Keithley University Center on Old Main Circle now until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome, or you can call 1-800-RED Cross for availability.
New movies dominated the weekend box office, and there was something for everyone, from romantic comedy to action to animation.
David Daniel.
After 3 weekends on top, Glass fell all the way to 5th place on ticket sales of $6.4 million. The Upside fell to 4th place. $7.2 million put the comedy at $86 million domestic. Cold Pursuit, starring Liam Neeson, opened in third place with $10.8 million, slightly higher than expected. Taraji P. Henson and What Men Want debuted in second place with a solid $19 million.
Bring me your fiercest leader. Yeah, that's me, this guy, coming through.
The Lego Movie 2, the second part, easily took the top spot, but the sequel's debut of $34.4 million was only about half of what the original made when it opened 5 years ago. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, we have a rainy weekend ahead of us. Stay tuned to see how you should prepare for the week.
Emily is here to tell us what to expect.
All right, guys, so this week we are looking at a very rainy forecast. Unfortunately, the rain has not disappeared yet. Today we are looking at a lot of rain. We started off this morning with clouds, but the weather was about in the upper 50s, lower 60s. Mostly cloudy. High was 62 with the humidity about 84%, and the wind was at 8 miles per hour. Now when we look forward to our Tuesday, chance of rain tonight. I'm so sorry. We forgot to mention that tonight you will need to be careful on your way home because we are going to be seeing rain starting at about 6, 7 o'clock, so right when you're headed home from work. So be careful because we are going to be seeing rain throughout the night. Now on to the 5-day forecast. Tuesday, we're going to be seeing lots of rain, 100% chance. Unfortunately, you're going to need to bring those umbrellas and rain boots in the morning because you're going to be getting wet. Wednesday, if you want to plan out anything during the week and go outside, Wednesday would be the perfect day. It's going to be sunny. The high is going to be 51, low 38, so it will be getting a little bit chilly within the night. Thursday and Friday, unfortunately, we're going back to rain. Thursday more so than Friday, but Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 58 and low of 49. Friday and going into the weekend, we will begin to see the temperatures decreasing a little bit. We're going to be getting into the 50s, lower 40s during the nighttime. So here we are with our 5-day forecasts. Back to you, Kristen.
Still ahead, baseball starts up at MTSU.
And women's tennis is in full swing. That's coming up next.
Right around the corner for MTSU, Calvin Smith reports on the new look Blue Raiders heading into 2019.
For 6 years, Jim McGuire sat in this dugout as the head coach of the MTSU baseball program. But now, there's a new name atop the Blue Raider lineup card.
We have some good young coaches here, but we also have the old school guy that, I know a few things too. So it's a good combination in our staff.
He's funny. He's got a lot of witty, or sarcastic. He's kind of funny. He's really funny, the stuff he says. We break it down to some of the, funniest stuff ever.
Well, I want to see the kids in this program get to the conference tournament. That would be, a minimal goal for us our first year. And there's a lot of guys, a lot of good players in this program that haven't gone yet. So our challenge is that we play in one of the top conferences in the country. And in this league, we're probably, we got picked 12th out of 12th. So it's going to be a challenge just because the league's so good.
Getting to the conference tournament won't be easy without a competitive edge. Coach Toman is not against looking into the numbers to get the best results. And when the stats say hit a home run, he won't have a problem with that.
We have to keep up with the times as coaches, so you're always evolving and you're always learning. There's a lot of things that are working out great in analytics, and there's other things that a lot of people have some doubts about. I like to hit the long ball. I like the drive balls. I like big, strong athletes.
For Middle Tennessee News, I'm Calvin Smith.
MTSU put the 3-game win streak to the test Saturday night when they took on the leader of Conference USA, Old Dominion. Green drives and hits the right-handed floater. Green again. Misses. Tries the 3. Puts the Raider up at the half. Sims hits the jumper. 46-46 now. Scurry gets the tough finish. 48-48. Stent hits the jumper. Stith again. Hits the floater. Stith to close it out. Gets fouled. Stith hits both free throws to ice the game.
There are no moral victories in college basketball. However, I was awfully proud of them for their effort, their toughness.
The team plays against rival WKU on Thursday. In the AP Top 25, the Tennessee Vols remain in first place. Duke remains in second. Gonzaga takes third after Virginia lost to Duke this weekend, and Kentucky rounds out the top 5. The Middle Tennessee women's team faced Old Dominion, UT Martin, and Murray State over the weekend. They lost 1-6 to ODU and beat UT Martin 7-0. Maggardini and Barnard were on a roll before meeting Murray State. Earlier on, they were down 4-2 after Barnard hits the net. Maggardini gets that one. Back and forth now. Sharapova knocks that one out. Sharapova again, too high, too far. Maggardini for the win. She gets it. Maggardini and Barnard stay 5-0 on the season, and MTSU beats Murray State 5-2. On Friday, the men's tennis team took on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt won all but one of the singles. Vanderbilt won 5-2 overall. Steve Ellis hangs up his Blue Raider jersey and moves on to be a South Florida Bull. MTSU's cornerback coach and recruiting coordinator is leaving MTSU after a successful 10-year career. Ellis plans to go to the University of South Florida to become the new defensive back coach.
Thanks, Trenton. Thank you for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Cheyenne Avila.
And I'm Kristen Allen. If you missed this or any of our shows, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. We'll see you tomorrow.